Do you hear this sound a lot when you're driving? Oh, you've caught me reading, one of my favorite things to do. As you can see, yes, I do still have my hairnet on, and yes, I will probably wear it back to work. Come here often. And I'm at Yoga Culture in Bakersfield, where we're already practicing our Shavasana this morning. He says, come to the Kern County Fair. We're having a great time, man. You're actually pretty strong. The boys are back in town, Condors Town, that is.
On any given weekday morning here at the corner of Fairview Road and Monitor Street, you'll usually see a long line of cars. Vintage, costumes, cool junk. Sounds like my kind of stuff.
Not much in terms of new information here. Still one person just confirmed dead. Neighbors telling me it was an elderly woman who lived alone.
And again, like 1, 2, that's good. Yep,
Oh,
perfect.
that's good. Ava, that's
It'll
good.
be a little bit big. They'll get their money's worth.
Yeah.
Good morning, and thank you for joining 23 ABC News on air and on our digital platforms at 6. I'm Ava Kershner. Let's begin with everyone's favorite, the weather forecast this morning. Breaking news this morning, the manhunt for convicted murderer Danielo Cavalcante has ended. In other news, the Kern County Tennis Association just held their annual Student Day. We begin with record travel this weekend as the nation shakes off the effects of Hurricane Idalia and millions soak in the final hours of summer. We have to start with weather because you just told me some shocking news about this weekend.
The cat is out of the bag.
Yep, it's going to be hot.
Tell them the number.
113.
There you have it, folks. So you have been warned.
Too hot for me.
Yeah.
So I know there's a lot of colors on this map behind me. Let me break some of them down for you. This green area, that's just the storm watch area that we are looking out for as Hillary moves towards us. This is part of Hillary. As you can see, this heavier rainfall in the yellow and red areas, lighter moisture in the green area. Now you can't see it because it is covered with that moisture, but we do have that flood watch in effect for eastern Kern covering Bakersfield as well. We do have the high wind warning for eastern Kern, mostly just our desert communities. And they do still have that tropical storm warning down there in Southern California, the first time ever. Here's another map to show you kind of what to expect as we head towards 6 p.m. tonight. There is the eye of the storm right below Kern County. It is coming right on in. Again, tonight is really where we're going to be feeling a lot of that moisture. So let's get a closer look at what Kern County is expecting. I'll step out of the way here. Over 2 inches for areas like Lake Isabella, and just take a look at those desert communities. 4 to 5 inches of rain in Jawbone Canyon and Ridgecrest. They are getting the majority of the rainfall that is coming from Hillary. It's not your typical coming-of-age story. How I Learned to Drive has difficult topics and themes that can be hard for the audience to watch at times. And on the other side of the curtain, hard to perform as well.
It is uncomfortable, it is raunchy, it is rough to watch. And if we, the actors who have to do this for 4 shows in a row, are feeling it, then that means the audience is going to feel it tenfold.
How I Learned to Drive is a Pulitzer Prize-winning drama, first performed in the late 90s. The play follows the main character Lil Bit through her teenage years as her relationship with her uncle becomes more and more inappropriate and the abuse sets in. Miles Barnum, who plays Uncle Peck in the show, says the way the character is played is integral to the nature of the relationship with Lil Bit and even the relationship with the audience.
Allows the audience to see the predator as more human than in other stories, which is, I think, a good way to portray this story, because oftentimes the person who is doing horrendous things to people is not somebody that stands out in in being very noticeable as being a bad person.
When playing these complex characters in difficult scenes, the actors tell me that what happens after is the most important part of separating show and sanity.
The director, the directing team, all of us take like a 20-minute break after every show, after every run, to get back to center, just brush off everything we just did.
I think the standard protocol when you get overwhelmed is to kind of have the permission in a rehearsal of stepping out of it.
Liz B. Williams, who plays Lil Bit, says that despite the numerous accounts of abuse within the show, the message is more about the character's journey to heal.
This story is definitely a journey of Lil Bit's healing. and how she takes all of the things that she's experienced through her adolescence into her adulthood, what she leaves behind, what she takes with her, and what she decides to do with that experience. I feel like a lot of the time when we talk, especially about pedophilia and about that sort of abuse, we hone in only on the abuse, and so that becomes the person's entire identity. Whereas those people who have experienced traumas like that, that is not their whole identity.
Williams says that by talking about these experiences, it can help ease the stigma around abuse and give people opportunities to see they are not alone.
Because of the heavy nature of the show, we actually have decided to do a talkback after every performance. So we don't just leave the audience kind of hanging. We all kind of take the opportunity to decompress together and to discuss things if they have questions that came up or they want to share stories or anything like that. We're definitely open to that conversation because this is a conversation that needs to happen.
How I Learned to Drive will be running from August 3rd to August 6th at the Ovation Theater with shows at 7:30 and 2 p.m. on Sunday. For more information on how to buy tickets, you can head to our website, turnto23.com. In downtown Bakersfield, I'm Ava Kershner, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
From the older generation to the not so old generation to the brand new generation, Kern County Fire got new state-of-the-art trucks. I'm Ava Kershner, your Bakersfield neighborhood reporter with an inside look.
7 engines and 1 truck.
Cool. Thank you.
Many coming all the way from Wisconsin. And out of all the new equipment, the new ladder truck is the main attraction.
102-foot ladder, as I mentioned. The old one had 85, so this will give us a lot better reach in comparison to the old truck.
According to KCFD Public Information Officer Andrew Freeborn, the last time they got a new truck was close to 10 years ago, and they only have 4 stations that have a truck out of the 47. On the outside, you see the empty equipment shelves ready to be filled with gear, and on the inside,
You come on here and I'll meet you on the other side.
lots of extra storage space.
I'm nearly 6'3", and I can almost stand inside of the fire engine here, which most people can't say within their vehicle at home.
And bonus additions.
It even has an AM/FM radio in here in case individuals want to listen to a little music when they're not responding to emergencies.
23 ABC even got to get a look in the tiller cab where the rear steering component is located.
They're able to really help guide this equipment when it's backing, even from just being in a seated position here.
This is the biggest steering wheel I think I've ever seen.
And of course, we tried out the sirens.
What's your favorite siren?
Just this one here.
The classic.
Classic siren.
The price for each vehicle ranges from $500,000 to just over $1 million, with some engines going to Fraser Park and Oildale and the new truck heading to Taft. Freeborn saying that the 2-year process to get these vehicles was worth it.
This is a huge step for the fire department.
Now it could be weeks or even months before these trucks get the go-ahead to hit the road. This is because the Kern County Fire Department adds the decals, the lights, and the fire tools themselves in order to save a little bit of that taxpayer money. In Bakersfield, I'm Ava Kershner, your neighborhood reporter.